Alright, so earlier today I uploaded a video where I showed off these bad boys, the Kyrie 3s. I talked to you all about how I purchased them for $50 after applying several discounts. And then I mentioned how I would turn around and sell them for $120. That's what I'm aiming for. Now, somebody commented on that video, do people really pay the $120 on a shoe that you got on clearance for $50? And the answer is yes, of course they pay. That's why I have this YouTube channel. That's why I do this. That's why I rent out a storage unit and fill it full of shoe boxes and other items that I resell on eBay. So yes, they do. And it's a valid question. And honestly, it doesn't make a lot of sense to a lot of people. So I'm gonna explain it in this video. I think if people really understood it, everyone would be doing eBay resale. Literally everyone. Nobody can pass up an extra $2,000, an extra $6,000 a month. You can make however much you need to make through eBay resale. Eventually it gets to a point where the time isn't worth the money, but you're exchanging time for money at a rate that is so much more powerful, so much more effective than working any job. Let's say you make $100,000 a year working a job. That's roughly $50 an hour if you're working 40 hours a week. So with eBay resale, you can often make $250 in 1 hour of work. So that's 5 times as much as someone who's making 6 figures, $100,000 a year, right? So everyone would be doing it if they understood. Now I'm gonna start it off by saying this. You can look at this shoebox and you can see a few things. Size 11, $70, originally $120, but pay attention to right there. What does that say? It says made in China. So what I'm getting at here is Nike does not pay $120. They don't pay $50 for this shoe. They probably pay around $3 or $4 for this shoe. And they sell it to customers that walk into their stores for $120. For in my case, $50. I paid $50 for these. So you don't understand why someone would pay a higher price when I sell it on eBay, but isn't every single customer that shops at Nike paying a higher price than what Nike paid for that item? What we're doing is the same exact thing as what Nike's doing, except Nike owns their brand and they built their brand and they did all of that, so they get that first cut. But when we come in as eBay resellers and we buy things for extreme discounts, we're now just becoming the new Nike. What Nike does, ordering their items from China and then selling it for more, we're just buying from Nike and selling it for more. Could we buy Nike things from China and sell it for more? It'd be illegal because we don't own, the brand. We don't own Nike, so we can't do that. Now to resell it, we can do that, but we're not making as much as Nike is, of course. But yeah, I wanted to explain it that way. And I also wanted to explain that when Nike puts a shoe on the shelf, right? Oftentimes it sits there and it doesn't sell, and that's what drives the price down to a point where ultimately Nike says, okay, we're gonna make this shoe so cheap it's gonna sell, and that's gonna open up shelf space. They're valuing the shelf space more than selling that item for a higher price. So that's why they put items on clearance for eBay resellers like myself to come and scoop up. Now they put items on clearance because it's not selling, right? And if you think about how many people roll through Nike, it's a couple thousand people each day. On a weekend, there's probably a few thousand people that roll through Nike. Now that's a pretty solid reach, right? But now think about how many people know about eBay. How many people have ever shopped on eBay or shopped on Amazon or used the internet to buy something? You're talking about a few billion people, and you're talking about reaching not just everybody in the region or in the city that Nike store reaches, but you're talking about reaching everybody across the globe that has internet. I've sold items on eBay to people that are in, on different continents than where I'm at here in America. So yes, I can charge more than a Nike store charges because I can reach more customers than a Nike store can reach. Now you could say Nike could do the same thing And I think eventually they will. We've seen Reebok shut down a lot of their big box in-person stores, and Reebok's pushing more towards online sales. I think we'll see that with Nike, and I think we'll see that with all these brands really if they want to survive into the next decade or several decades. I think they're going to have to start selling things online. But for right now, I mean, Nike really doesn't have to worry about it because like I mentioned, they probably pay $5 or $6 for these shoes. So to sell them to me for $50, they're still making solid gains. But they definitely can make a lot more money if they hired, they sold things out of warehouses and hired people to list them on eBay or just sold them on their website, really, yes. But that is why, retail arbitrage works. That's why eBay resell, you can be an eBay reseller and you can make, $250,000 a year fairly easily. And I mean, you're gonna have to put in the work if you wanna make that kind of money, but there's nothing hard about it. It's just putting in the time, putting in the effort. And I think what's fun about eBay resell is it does work, and the more effort you put in, the more money you'll make. My fiance Autumn, she's a teacher, right? The more effort she puts in, she's not gonna make any more money. And most jobs are like that. Now, she's not gonna not put in effort because she wants to make an impact on the kids. It's not just about the money with her, it's her contribution to society. So I'm not saying, that you shouldn't work hard if you work a job. You should work hard in all aspects of your life. But the best thing about eBay resell to me is the more work you put in, the more you'll get out of it. So this stuff really does work, guys. And to answer this person's question, hell yeah, somebody's gonna pay $120 for this. People have paid $150, $160 for this exact shoe over the last 7 days. So me listing it for $120, I'm sure they'll sell quick, and I only paid $50 for them. So really awesome. But that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it helped you guys out. I hope it helped you guys understand what retail arbitrage is and why it works. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and check out my other videos, and have a great day.